Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your January 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always. And I also pulled a 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where you folks should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have Mercury, and of course we have Mercury retrograde. Started in Capricorn, it's going to go back into Sagittarius, where it'll be for part of January as well. So that'll be moving from your 8th house of intimacy, death, rebirth, and investments into your 7th house of partnerships, contracts, and relationships. Alright, we have 4. So 4th house energy for you guys is Virgo. Astrologically speaking, pretty quiet there, but in general, 4th house energy points to home and your roots, family. Okay, and we have Cancer. So we're actually going to have a full moon in Cancer before we physically get into January, so right toward the end of December. So could definitely be feeling the effects of that as we move into January. And for you guys, Cancer is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. Okay, so we'll keep those in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 2 of Wands, and challenging that, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is actually a Taurus energy here, and this is an Aries energy. And seeing these 2 things here could be playing out a couple different ways, but the main thing that's coming out to me is it could just be saying you feel called to a new path this month, but at the same time, where you're at now, there's a high level of stability and comfort, right? So it's one of those things where you feel that push-pull dynamic. Where on the one hand, there's this new thing calling to you that you want to try out, but at the same time, where you're at now, it's pretty comfortable, right? You're feeling pretty good where you are, so that could be what's holding you back from actually taking action on that new thing at this time. Okay, in the foundation position, we have the Ace of Wands. So, yeah, this could just be pointing to that same energy we were talking about with the 2 of Wands. You might have gotten this idea recently that you wanted to try something different, a little bit off the beaten path, right? And it requires some action on your part, of course. But again, like I said, it seems like there's no real outward reason that would point to why, right? Because like we said, it looks like where you're currently at has a pretty good level of stability. So I don't know, maybe you just feel a little bit bored by where you currently are, things along those lines. But that's what I see with that. All right. In the past position, we have the Hermit. So here's some Virgo energy here, which we were talking about with your dice as well. So this could just be saying that for some of you, this might have been something that previously you did look at, right? So on the one hand, it looks like it would be something new as far as you actually taking action on it, but as far as the idea part of it, might have been something that already was an opportunity in the past, and for whatever reason, maybe you couldn't get it off the ground, especially as we see he's looking right toward the Hermit card there. So yeah, this could be something that in the past you might have considered, but maybe the timing just didn't seem right? So you might have just passed on it, and now you feel that urge again to pursue it. Right, in the present position, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So this is a Capricorn energy here, actually represents the middle 10 degrees of Capricorn, so you might be feeling this energy right as we get into January. But this could just be saying that maybe this is part of the reason why you feel a little bit more inclined to take that opportunity this time, because maybe you have the environment supporting you, right? So in the past, let's say you might have realized, okay, this would be too much to take on alone, right? But maybe now you have other people in your circle who'd be willing to help take on the task with you. All right, in your future position, we have the High Priestess. So yeah, this says that you might really be tapping into your intuition to figure out the best way forward, right? You say, okay, well, where I'm at now is pretty good, right? I have a high level of stability, maybe a high level of success as well. But I'm really feeling this urge to do this new thing, right? So you could just be really trying to tap in and say, all right, intuitively, do I really feel that this is where I'm being guided, or is this more of me getting bored with something and wanting to do something different, right? All right. In the position of your influence in this situation, we have the Eight of Wands. So yeah, this is Sagittarius energy here, and the me says that you have plenty of energy, right? So for some of you, might even be trying to do both things, right? Like, okay, where I'm at now, I have the stability. Hey, maybe I could do this other thing on the side, right? So that could even be what the two wands represent there. The one thing that you already have a firm grasp on, right? See how he's holding on to one wand there, and then the other that you don't. So it could just be one of those things where, like, okay, I've already undertaken this one thing, experienced some success there. Are there other things I could take on? So for some of you, could just be looking to add things versus leaving one behind for another. All right, in the environment position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, if this represents your energy, this does look like a good indicator that could be saying that, yeah, there is a part of you that does see the value of where you're at now, right? And wants to hold on to that. So yeah, for a lot of you, it does look like you might be considering just taking something else on in addition to what you're already doing. And maybe even having a realization that, okay, you might have to take a little step back from what you're doing, right? So you don't have to abandon it completely, but you might have to step down from king level to queen level, right? Like, okay, if I can't possibly maintain this level where I'm at now and do this whole other thing, but maybe I could scale back the current thing a little bit, and then that'll still give me the freedom to take on a new thing as well. Right. In hopes or fears position, we have the Emperor. So yeah, for a lot of you, maybe this is a hope, right? So for example, if this is, let's say, all right, let's go to traditional route with the Pentacle energies here and say it's a corporate job, right? Maybe it's a really high paying corporate job, or at the very least, there's some prestige around it, or maybe both, right? But you're like, but I like to have more freedom, right? So maybe that's where the Two of Wands energy is coming into play. It's like, I just have this desire for a little more freedom in what I do. Like I said, it'd be hard to walk away from something like that, right? If you are getting a lot of financial success from it, or whatever the case may be. So you could just be saying, well, maybe I could do this other thing on the side, so I'll feel like I'm getting that fix of being my own boss, right? Taking on this thing and not having to answer anyone. So that could be something you're exploring at this time. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Four of Swords. So yeah, to me, this says you're really going to give this a lot of thought. This can even be maybe, let's say, a creative project that you're thinking of launching on the side. But I feel like this is saying you're really going to think it through and see, okay, logistically, can I make this happen, right? So, and this is a good time to think things through like that anyway, because like we talked about with the Mercury energy that came out in your dice, we're currently in a Mercury retrograde, right? And it's going to be still in its shadow for around the first half of January. So it'll just be one of those things that's like, all right, feel it out for a little bit, right? We all tend to get fidgety and want to do new things, New Year's resolution, do this, do that, right? So to me, this says you're really going to feel it out, and before you make a decision one way or another, you're really going to want to feel comfortable in that, which makes sense. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So yeah, this could be an indicator that for a lot of you, you will actually ultimately decide to take this new thing on. So that's what I see with that. Okay, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Take Anything Personally, and it says Ignore the Opinions of Others. Okay, it says whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system, so whatever they think about you is not about you, but it is about them. So, definitely an interesting message there, right? Especially if you are looking to strike out and do something a little bit different. In fact, I think your reading for last month, the title in some way referred to pursuing your own path. So maybe you're still feeling that energy, right? And maybe there are people in your environment that might view it as a little out there, but that's what's calling to you, right? Nothing you can do about it. All right, for the Wisdom Oracle, we have Go the Distance. There's the artwork, and the number is 47. Let's see what this has to say. Okay, Okay, essential meanings says endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So definitely an interesting message there, right? And it does look like, for the most part, it is interesting to see the Fool energy, the Two of Wands energy, but then we see some really stable energies too with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, right? So maybe that's the balance you guys are trying to strike, right? Where you're like, okay, these are very much stay the course, steady, long-term energies, whereas these Wand energies and the Fool might be a little bit more quick acting. So you could even just be trying to incorporate both those energies. All right, the relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So, definitely an interesting message there, right? For a lot of you, this seems like more of a solo journey thing, but we do see indicators for some potential stability within the relationship context too. So, hopefully that resonated. Okay, and the prosperity message says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fires so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all the phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. So yeah, definitely a positive message there too, right? As far as we talked about the contrast in energies with the pentacles, with all the wands as well. So hope it resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there. Hope you have a good new year and holidays in general. And I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.